Oh, welcome to Vanderbilly.com. Today we're going to take a look at Take 5 by the Dave Brubeck Quartet. Dave Brubeck died last week at the age of 92. He was a giant of jazz. I've listed this song as being by Dave Brubeck, but in fact it's written by Paul Desmond, the saxophone player. And it was written in 1959 on the classic Time Out album. So, obviously the original was played on piano, saxophone, bass, and drums, so this is an adaptation. Takes a little bit of effort, but it's definitely doable. So let's take a look. Okay, this song is in E flat minor, and the basic vamp is just an E flat minor to a B flat minor 7. Rather than calling out all the fingerings, I'll just put diagrams underneath. So you start off with your E flat minor, and it's down, up, down, up. And then you move to the B flat minor 7 and play. So it's and you might want to mute it a little bit after you strike it with your hand, because it's not supposed to be it's more like, obviously the original is played on piano, but that's the effect that he's getting. And you play that vamp throughout the song, drum solo, whatever, and then there's only that one break where all the other chords are. And because this thing is in E flat minor, the equivalent major is a G flat, they usually name these chords in funny ways. They name them, using the flats. So the first chord in this break is actually a B major 7, but they call it C flat major 7. It's obviously the same thing. If you take a C and you flat it, you have a B, right? So we'll just, for the sake of convention, we'll call it a C flat major 7, but it's this chord, should be familiar. And you're going to come down, and you're basically replicating this kind of in the relationship between the pairs of chords. So you start with the C flat major 7 and move to an A flat minor 7. Okay? So then you go back up to that B flat minor 7 and back to the E minor, E flat minor, sorry. Then you're going back down to the A flat minor 7, and then play a basically a D flat, D flat 7 chord, which is or you know, if you want to call it a C sharp 7 chord. It's the same thing as this 7th chord that you play, C7. Just move it up 1. Okay, so it's, and then you play a G flat major 7. This fingering may not be as familiar to some of you. It's actually very easy to do. The chord should sound like this. And all you do is make an F bar chord, all right, and just slide this finger up 1 fret so that you're on this F sharp or G flat, and you're using that finger to mute the A string, and you don't play the top string, and you just get a very nice chord. So far we have, starting from the break, we have and then you repeat that whole thing. Until you get here, and then you're going to play an F minor 7 chord, which, you know, you could play it like this, just like you've played this and this. You could play it like this, but it's a little easier for me, at least, to just grab it like this. You know, you just kind of circle this and grab that there. It's actually, you know, if you have trouble making like an F chord, it's a little bit easier to do this. And then you just go to a B flat 7 chord, which is just this, right? All right. But since you've already done this, you just bring these 2 fingers down and play. And then you're back into your vamp. And that's the entire rhythm to the song. Next we'll look at the melody.